welcome to another scrapping video. So this time we're going to be doing good old Red Rocket just outside Sanctuary. I do have the Settlements Extended mod, which extends obviously the build area of all the vanilla settlements. However, I won't be using much of that in this particular one, probably staying more so within the vanilla build area. But I've got some good ideas, so sit back and enjoy the scrapping. Okay, so for those of you who may not know, the workshop is in here, of course. Mine is slightly different. I do have a mod that changes the look of the workshop. This here is actually a mod. Why wouldn't it pick up? Let's get rid of that. Right, this mod here, it is a mod called the Rebuild Collection, and just for a few bits of steel, glass and copper, it will more or less fully rebuild the Red Rocket. Just tidies it up a little bit. It does this for all of the 29 settlements, I believe, the vanilla settlements anyway, and it repairs various houses and buildings and things like that that are actually at that location. But as you can see, it repairs things, obviously the Red Rocket sign, the edging on there, gets rid of that god-awful hanging thing there that fills up the coolant, repairs the glass, all that sort of stuff. Basically just makes it a little prettier. I don't use it on many. I think this is the first one I'm using it on. But yeah, so let's just get rid of some of this stuff. I'll try not to scrap too much of the boring stuff, trees and bushes and all that sort of thing. Radiated thistle, that can go. I'm sure you guys have seen me scrapping bits of wood and trees and everything before. I think the problem is when you start to scrap things, you get a little bit overexcited sometimes, and you kind of start moving further and further away, and you kind of forget what you're doing. It's very addictive. It's very calming. So this is obviously part of the settlement extended mod that I was talking about. It extends it all the way down to pretty much just past the statue, I think, to the Sanctuary Bridge. The mod does do obviously Sanctuary and the other ones as well, and Sanctuary is extended to basically the border of the Red Rocket effectively, so you can kind of do them all, which is good. I just think that with the ideas I've got for this Red Rocket settlement, I kind of just want the road to be tidied up a little bit, just make it look a little bit better, as if effectively the road's still going to be used with the idea that I have for the settlement. And obviously if they're still using the road, then obviously they're going to have attempted to keep it tidy, or as tidy as you can in the wasteland. I don't know what you guys do, by all means let me know in the comments, but when I'm doing a settlement, I kind of like to have a little bit of a story behind it, just as an idea of what I'm going to go with. Sometimes the idea doesn't stay the same, it changes. It can change halfway through the build. I'll start building something I had in mind, sort of a backstory, a whole sort of role play, I suppose, for that particular settlement. But then halfway through I'll start building something and think, actually no, it's better off doing this with it. So yeah. I do apologise for those who do follow and subscribe to the channel. I apologise I haven't put much content out lately. I have just got back from 2 weeks in Thailand, so back to work tomorrow. When that'll be, from when this video goes out, I'm not sure. I might have already been back at work for a week. So I'll try and get as much done as I can. I do have still an awful lot of content, an awful lot of stuff that I've wanted to do with the settlements. Potentially I'll be looking at rebuilding every single settlement as well as some modded ones, i.e. non-vanilla. I have been thinking about is it the SKK or SSK workshop mod, which I've mentioned in a previous video. The only thing I'm not keen on is the fact that you can't invite settlers. I do believe there is another mod, which I've talked about before, but I still haven't found it, where you can actually have settlers. But with me being away, I've not really sort of looked at much anyway, so yeah, there we go. So the idea for this settlement, I won't say too much about it. However, it will be the idea of something to do with vehicles. It's something I've been planning on for a while. I have actually got a good idea of what I want to do with it. But effectively, if you're wanting some sort of transportation, you'll come to this particular settlement and speak to the boss and get a vehicle, or even customize a vehicle. I was watching Mad Max the other day, the remake, or whatever they want to call it, Fury Road. Not a bad film in its own right, still like the originals better, but it kind of gave me a bit of an idea for this settlement, so that's where I'm going with it. So what can we got? I keep going off with all this grass. There's so much grass. So much grass. Okay, so I went off on a little bit of a tangent there and started scrapping half the grass and trees and everything else, which I said I wouldn't do. So I've just cut that out. So a little bit going back more into the actual Red Rocket itself. I'm going to probably section off or junk wall the entire of the section that I'm going to use. So I'll probably wall off most of it with junk walls and things like that, which I used to do a lot in the earlier days. However, it used to take so long, purely because I was on the console on PlayStation at the time, and even with mods, it still used to take quite some time. But now PC, with the mods for fencing and things like that, it is a little bit quicker. Okay, I'm doing it again. I need to stop doing this. It's just so gratifying getting rid of all these all these bushes and trees. It really is. Pretty cleared out. Still a million grass mounds to get rid of, but you know. Very strange sounding tree. I'll get rid of these vines as well. Not sure whether to keep these telegraph poles. Can't really see it very well, but they are actually connected. They look from a distance like they're not, but they've got a very thin line between them. Can I get rid of this one? Get rid of the vines. I don't know, I might get rid of some of these wires. I don't think they're really necessary. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, some tires to get rid of. Tires. Yeah, we'll get rid of that for now. I do tend to get rid of a lot of stuff. I don't tend to keep it. If I'm trying to remember where I'm going to place stuff, then you know I'll keep them just to remind me to replace them. But I tend to find as well, I'll use OC Decorator for certain things, but there are a lot of things that's in game that you can easily knock over or kick around, and I can't stand that. So I tend to replace them with the ones from Workshop, and that way they're static and they're not going to get kicked around by either myself or settlers, which becomes very annoying. Yeah. Get rid of eroded cliff. Yeah. Tidied up a little bit. Oop, don't want to build that, do we? Need to stop building that. So we're going down towards the little cave underneath Red Rocket. Loads of junk and bits around here. Get rid of some roots. I did think about getting that mod to mod the cave underneath as well, but I don't think we'll be doing anything with that. Has that missed? Don't get that root, never mind. Debris. Get rid of all that. So much debris everywhere. Let's just go across here. Put that on USO, so then if I do accidentally press the button, it won't keep trying to build that mortar. See, those construction barriers, I'd like to use them in some, and I think I do have them actually in a mod somewhere, which they're static and they won't move. However, those ones do. So I like to get rid of those ones. So some of you keen-eyed people out there might have noticed on my intro is a link to a website, which is my website. Primarily it is selling gaming clothing, or at least clothing with gaming motifs, designs, etc. The shop is not open at the moment. Ran into some issues technical wise, so I will be getting that sorted. Hopefully in the next few weeks it will be open, so by all means you can drop your email in there and you'll be notified when it does. If you don't want to, that's not a problem, just keep checking back. However, I've been kind of looking at the channel and I am very grateful for those that watch and those that comment, like and subscribe. Very much appreciated. I was thinking, as we're, it's growing as far as subscribers are concerned, at some point I will be looking at doing a kind of a competition, I suppose, or maybe just a celebration thing for reaching a certain amount of subscribers maybe. It'll be something simple, just like, do a comment, share a video, subscribe, all that sort of thing, and then everybody that does whatever it might be will get sort of pulled out of a hat, as it were, and they'll win either a t-shirt or a hoodie or something along those lines, of your choice of the designs available and colours, etc. It's completely free, postage paid by myself, but I haven't quite decided what I'm doing with that just yet, but obviously by all means, keep an eye on the channel and I will announce something in a video. Obviously I'm nowhere near it yet. I think we're only about 100 and just over 100 subscribers now, which is fantastic, very much appreciated. Probably will look at doing quite a sizable giveaway if we ever get to the point of 500, which would be absolutely amazing if we could. But yeah, keep an eye on the channel and we'll see how we go. Got any suggestions? Again, by all means, leave it in the comments. I shall take that on board, no problem. But yeah, just let me know. Such a small place, there is actually quite a lot here to scrap, to be honest. Although I have spent most of my time scrapping trees and bushes, but there you go. Get rid of them. No vines or anything to get rid of, because the rebuild mod tends to get rid of a lot of vines and some, junk bits and debris and things like that. Just got to make sure I don't scrap the entire building by accident, because I have done that before. Get these little, we'll get rid of them. Get rid of the shelf. As you can see, it does select the whole red rocket building if you're not careful. How much to get rid of? We'll clear most of this out, I think. Very carefully. One slip up and the entire building is gone. We don't want that. Get rid of that nasty refrigerator. Boston, telephone. Still not 100% sure how much of this to keep. And keep the furniture. Kind of like that in the corner. Ultimate question with this one. Now, in previous builds, I have actually poster. In previous builds, I have actually turned this entire room into a bathroom. I think it was, at least I was trying to at the time. Not really bothered about keeping any of that stuff. Can we pick this up or not? Yeah, we're going to get rid of that. We'll deal with that cap stash later. No point in the radiators. I think we'll leave that. Let's see what we can get rid of in here. Really don't like the tire stacks. I'm not going to need that or any of this stuff really. A lot of it I can put back. Like I say, with the tires, they bounce all over the place, which is really annoying. So I'll just use the static ones I've got in a mod. Keep that. Get rid of the desk fan. And the water cooler and everything else. Definitely get rid of the radio. That's a classical radio, that one. I personally don't know any mechanics that work in any sort of garages or anything like that listen to classic music, but whatever floats your boat. Decisions. Sometimes if I don't know what to do, I'll just walk away and leave it. I think we'll get rid of some of... Get rid of these. Don't know. Okay, let's just get rid of it all. Can always put it back in if I want to. In this case, I don't think I will. Let's just get rid of all of this. Clean slate. Nothing in there. Definitely get rid of the posters. Yeah, we'll get rid of those. Safety poster. I'll just disable that, make it easier. There we go. Look at cherry. This can all go as well. Get rid of that little ashtray. There we go. Looks a bit cleaner now. Of course, the door also works as well when you push the button. Can't remember actually if that worked before it was fixed. I think it did. I don't know. Get rid of these two. get rid of the guardrails. We don't need that. And the street lamps. I was being a little bit more picky, but you know what? Let's just get rid of it all. With the vending machines. Oh, and the packet of cigarettes. Yeah, that's better. Tell you what we'll do, we'll just change the time of day. It's getting a bit dark. We'll get rid of the lamps. Let's see if we get rid of this. We'll just disable. Hey, there we go. Big clump of trees there, looking very ugly. Get rid of those too. See what I mean? You can just get so carried away with cleaning. Okay, just so you don't have to watch me getting rid of all these trees and bushes, I think we're pretty much done. Just a quick once around there just to make sure. But I think pretty much everything I need to get rid of has been got rid of. So I will call that scrap for now. So I'll hopefully get this built up and all the bits done I want to get done to it, hopefully soon. But I do have quite a lot on my plate at the moment, but I'll get around to it the best I can. But again, thank you very much for watching. Drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what you thought. And if you're not subscribed, please do. It helps out the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later.